They're accusers of thy brothers. On this side, they don't want to represent righteousness. They don't fear the Lord. So that's why Zechariah 13:8 says, 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die in this place. Why? Because they don't want to hearken. They don't want to repent. They don't want to get right. And in their hour of tribulation, the Most High is not going to hear them. Why? Because they have been rejected. So it's a beautiful thing to be chosen. It's a beautiful thing to have an understanding of this word. It's a beautiful thing to have the hope. Like you said, we on the rise. And the fact that we're out here giving thanks to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh was his name, the God of the Bible. That's evident because it's 100 years ago. 1923, we was in Jim Crow, right? Segregation. And 100 years before that, 1823, just 200 years ago, less than 4 generations ago, they had our necks in yokes of iron. They could come and rape our women, kill our men, and get away with it. So that lets you know, just in a 200-year time, their rulership is circling the drain, right? But 1 Peter 4:17 says judgment must begin at the house of God. We're the Lord's children. So before you get them children in the street, you're going to take care of your children first. So he has a controversy with his people, right? So I just want to let you know, Sister Sherry, you're an Israelite. Our forefather Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. That's why we're known as the Israelites, the chosen people of God. God's chosen people. We're the Jews that the Bible speaks of. And with that comes a responsibility to do what? Fear God by obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. On how we should eat, right? We have dietary laws. If you eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, there's other stuff you can do. Wean yourself off of it little by little. And understanding that's how you please God. That's how you take a step to him. Not with a mouth and lip service, because love, that's an action word. I can tell you I love you all day and disobey you. But I don't got to ever tell you I love you and do what I tell you. That's love. That's fear. That's respect. That's the God we serve, right? Dietary laws. All women have a dress code in the book of Deuteronomy. Of course, when you at work, you have to work from the sweat of your brow. If you have a uniform, wear your uniform. But if they allow you to wear a dress or wear something that's more in line with your cultural standards, hey, ask them. You know, because that's what the Jews do. The Jewish people, they'll come to work with a head wrap and with a dress on. And those people have to honor their cultural beliefs. We have standards as well that we should observe, that these people will move. The Most High, if we take a step towards him, he takes a step towards us, right? We have ceremonial laws, right? Our people are pagans through and through. 4th of July just went by. What were they doing? Barbecuing, drinking beer, popping fireworks. Celebrating the independence of the so-called white man over the English, right? While we still up under their foot, right? But our people are beasts of burden. They always look for a day off, right? Any day where they could just relax, right? Because we are troubled on every side. We constantly have to work. We are sleep deprived. You know, the Surgeon General recommends us get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a day. You ask the common person out here that's working, when was the last time they got 8 hours of sleep? They'll laugh at you. Why? Because we have to work for the sweat of our brow. We have to pay these bills, right? So with that understanding, our people always look for a time to relax. A time to go and visit family members that they can't visit because they don't have the money. They don't have the disposable income. So we understand. But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? It said, wisdom is a principal thing. For without I get what? Understanding. And how you get an understanding of what it is to please God? By reading that Bible. Right? Making this your love, your chief love. You know, and this is filled with prophecies. Right? The book of Revelations, and I know you're on your good foot too. So if you got to handle your business, sister, I totally understand. Revelation 19:10, right? It lets us know that if who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, which is a Greek title. Revelation 19:10. Revelation 19 and 10 lets us know who the real ignorantly called Jesus Christ. If he was here on the earth, what he'll be doing is preaching the word of prophecy, right, in his present time. Right? And let me bring this out real quick. In the book of Revelation, the 19th chapter, in the 10th verse, the sister had to get hydrated real quick. I'm not going to. Revelation 19 and 10, let me bring this out real quick. I'm going to leave Esau alone. Revelation chapter 19, verse 10 reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy." Right? The testimony of Jesus, as it says in the Bible verbatim. Jesus is a Greek title. We know the letter J didn't come into existence until the late 1500s, the early 16th century. And we understand that Jesus was born of a Hebrew mother and Hebrew father. Therefore, he had a Hebrew name, and that's Yahushua. Right? That's the true and living power son's name. Yahushua. Right? That's who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Right? And here it is. This is John the Revelator. He was actually on a salt mine on the island of Patmos serving out a jail sentence, right? And he actually had a vision. It said, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua." Right, that was an angel. So the angel, when John the Revelator bowed to him, he said, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not." The angel said, "Hey, don't bow to me." He said, "I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus," or Yahushua. Right. He said, "Worship God, for the testimony of Jesus, Yahushua, is the spirit of prophecy." Right? That word prophecy is a compound word. Pro means before, probiotics, proactive. Pro means before. And phasa means to say before. Okay. That's all a prophet does. He has the understanding of the scriptures. By Shem, Yahushua, the Most High opened up his understanding, and he goes out to give his people warning on things that are going to come in the last days. The things that some prophecies have come to pass, like us being brought into another round of captivity. First fired, last hired, borrow, lender, tail, head, having to go to our enemies for the one of all things. These are the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. But there are some prophecies, World War III, right? The mark of the beast, where they're going to try to put a digital mark into people's hands. These are future prophecies that have yet to come to pass. Even the so-called white man's society falling, right? And us coming back into power, right? These are prophecies. So that's what separates the Bible from every other book out here. Prophecies. It tells us who we are, how we got here, and how the hell we going to get up out of here through the power and spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? So, Sister Sherry, you got any questions? I see you on your good foot. You good to go?
I got to drive the bus.
All right. Well, hey, you have a blessed day at work. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Lord willing, I'll see you again.
You will. You'll see me again, because I see y'all out here all the time.
All right, Lord will. Okay. You have a blessed day at work.
All right, you too.
How you doing, brother? Hey, that was a beautiful interaction. You know, a sister came up and she understands that, hey, we are yet this day in our captivity. You got a lot of people out here, they pride one of the things that they free, because they can go from point A to point B without shackles on their feet. When we even have something called a prison industrial complex, where there are more people locked up within the confines of America, Babylon, than the population of some of these small third world countries, right? Let me bring that out in Isaiah 42 and 22. Stay rolling in the spirit. But she understands that we are in bondage. We're subject to payments, right? We're the borrower and not the lender. Like I brought out in the book of Haggai 1 and 6. We earn wages to put in bag with holes in it, right? The prices of rent, the price of food, the price of clothes, everything is going up. But what's not going up is wages. They're not paying niggas more. So your expenses are exceeding your income. So you have the working poor, right? So a lot of people that are out here walking in great pride, they got student loan debt, credit card debt. They just faking that shit. They out here suffering, like a motherfucker. And they understand that they are poor. but their pride won't allow them to say it. They got family members that's coming in there for loans. They can't help them. Because if you help them, you're going to be ass out. You got predatory lenders like pawn shops. Right? They give you 100, you got to get them back 125. Ouch! Easy rental. They'll come and repossess your washer and dryer. Repossess your TV. They got to worry about the repo calling your house 10 times a day about a television and a lamp set, some furniture, coming riding by your house, knocking on your door to repossess your couch. Yo, and forget about Repo Joe. People hiding their cars behind their mama house. Ah! A lot of these people, hey, with the PPP, that shit's a wrap. All these Hellcats, you hearing less strong Hemis out here on the road. Why? Because Repo Joe, come here, nigga. Hey, and those cars take up a lot of gas. And now what is gas? 344 going up.
359.
So your demons, your Hellcats, your Scat Packs.
Yeah.
Hey, Repo Joe already got his eye on you. Why? Because, hey, we haven't been put in this captivity to ball out. Give us this day our daily bread. That's the mind of the righteous. And I brought out earlier, prosperity and adversity. The earth is hey, it said that in 2nd Ezra 6 and 56. Yeah, and the earth was made for our sake, you know.
Right.
So this was the Garden of Eden with the whole earth. This was paradise.
Make it convenient and easy for us.
They monetized it.
That's it.
Because it's not theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, the earth and the fullness thereof. The earth was the Garden of Eden. This was paradise for the children of Israel.
That's right.
The earth sustains life for
It's
us.
still paradise.
Yeah, but
It all depends on your perspective.
yeah, I mean, but it's been defiled.
If
The land is.
If you get into the concept of pain, suffering, destruction, different.
You talk to the camera?
Oh, what's up, camera?
Now, what you were saying as far as the earth.
Yeah. Earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. The only thing they did was take the resources that belong to us and turn them into things that we desire. Because they know what the eye likes, they know what we desire.
That's right.
Make our life a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more temptuous to be subject to a car or paying rent or going to a 9-to-5 job. To have those type of things in play, that's part of the system. But it's okay, because as the children of the Most High, like, we're gonna have convenience, and it wasn't meant for the earth to be a place of struggle. See, that's, for me, that's just a frame of mind.
Right.
Like, everything's working in our good. This is on our behalf. We built everything around us so that we can have the comfortability when we do get rid of them. When they do go, we still have the comfortability of what society would give us as a people.
Right.
We had the comfortability of the air conditioning. See?
We invented these things.
Exactly.
We invented these things for the dominant society, us being the salt of the earth. But us being in a position, like you said, where we have to go to our enemy for the one of all things. Right here it is, the Most High gave us trees, like you said,
See,
where we can make furniture.
You can flip that.
Go ahead.
In the sense that we're not going to. We're going to the ones who were given the opportunity to provide for us. We're not necessarily going to the enemy, because the enemy is also created by the source. See?
No, but I'm
The
saying,
enemy is created by the source.
like, for example, if you want to go to that lake or that river that God gave to us,
Right.
and you want to cast your reel or your net into that water, and you want to get fish,
Right.
not only for you to eat, but for you to sell to your people
Right.
on the open market, can you do that?
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot. You have to get permits.
But you can still do it.
No, that's called illegal. You can get locked up and
You
arrested.
get a permit and you can fish
See?
all you want.
Romans 13, the 13th chapter
Because
says,
you know why
hold on,
you need a
let me
permit?
explain something. Romans the 13th chapter says that the powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Right?
Right.
The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. For us falling away from the law, statutes, and commandments, this is why we can't go to our brothers and sisters and buy from them, sell and trade with them. We got to go to the Chinese, the Arabs, the other heathen nations, that's as a judgment. That's a curse that we're under right now. Of course, you could go down to that water and you could take the risk of fishing, but you would have to do it looking over your shoulder in fear, knowing that at any given time, the natural department of forests or water, rivers, they could come, hit you with a fine, and with that fine, you got to go to court and pay it or you will be locked up. So that's just the reality of the condition that we're in. That's a curse, where we have to go to our enemy for the one of all things.
But it's another side to it.
Give me another side.
You get a permit because that prevents someone coming and fishing and taking all the fish.
A permit is synonymous with permission.
Exactly.
Just like driving.
Permission.
Okay.
Permission.
So
permission.
if you have to go to them to get permission to fish in your water, you're not empowered. Neither are you free. You're subject. Subject is a compound word. Sub means underjection the rule. Under the rule of who? The powers that be. The so-called white man. He's in power at this present time. His face is on the
regulations in place in order to structure society.
All right, so who sets forth the laws, ordinances, rules, and regulations?
It's up to you whether or not you follow those rules.
All right, so if you don't follow...
if me and you, look, if
I
me and you decide to go down here to this place and go fishing,
right,
and we got 50 other people with us,
right,
they ain't going to arrest all 50 of us.
All right, so...
You see what I'm saying?
But you're doing...
powers in numbers.
All right, but see, it's called...
One stick you can break,
right,
so you got a whole clump of stick, you can't break that.
Hey,
so once all of us decide...
I watch Planet of the Apes.
Once all of us decide if we want to go down there and fish and get this... So you know what I'm saying? So we can do that.
You're talking about an open rebellion, an open insurrection.
Oh, straight up.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
Straight up, everybody.
Have we tried this before?
No.
Yes, Nat Turner, come on now.
No, that wasn't. But look what Nat Turner did.
He got a lot of innocent people killed.
No, he didn't.
And they got thwarted in the end.
No.
No, I'm saying
we've been fighting wars against these Europeans since it started, bro. That's just one battle.
Right, but what I'm telling you,
in the midst of a whole bunch of wars, what about Sacagawea and Running Bulls and all them? You know what I'm saying? Like we've been fighting these wars.
Tallahassee, Sacagawea, I know about all this. But what I'm saying is, I want you to look past the so-called white man and the powers that be, and understanding that the Most High put us in this condition, and He set them over us for our disobedience. So rather than you try to use your wit. Because what you're thinking is not no innovative or groundbreaking thoughts.
I know.
All right, so I'm saying the Black Panthers and...
I know that.
All right, so everything that you're saying do has been tried, has been tested, and it's failed. Because the Most High is not with it. He's with us doing what?
I don't think it failed.
All right, well, I'm saying that the concept hasn't failed because you still spewing that rhetoric. But what I'm saying is...
right.
As far as that...
Right.
But what I'm saying is... Has it come to fruition and have we achieved freedom and have we gotten our power back? No. If we do a demonstration to show rebellion, yes, we could go down to the river. We can fish, say, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
15 of us run, 2 of us get caught, 13 get away. They're still in power. We still got to go back the very next week in fear of getting caught. What I'm talking about is freedom, where we could go to our waters, fish, and sell our shit on the open market to other nations, like they do in the United Nations. You know what I'm saying? And these are free countries.
Well, right? That didn't give us freedom.
What you talking about, the Bible?
No, it did. It put us more in bondage.
No,
the bondage is mental now. Like, we subject to an entity of what we're saying that's outside of ourselves.
So you don't believe in the Bible?
I believe that the Bible is for them. It's not for us.
All right, well, you have to understand.
You got a moral code. Like, your moral code is instructed in your DNA.
No,
like, everything
you got to be taught right.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Righteousness is in your DNA,
All right, so is it some of your DNA?
So you can be taught wickedness too.
No, I'm saying, is it some of your DNA that tells you catfish nuggets are we're supposed to eat when they taste good?
That's different.
No, it's not different because within our laws we have
somebody told you that catfish nuggets.
That's what the law tells us. We're not supposed to eat fish without scales.
True that.
So fish, shrimp, lobster, all this stuff tastes good. And if people just eat it, it's nothing within their cosmic, moral, genetic fiber that's going to tell them don't eat this. This is why our people are jacked up.
Just like when you get cow's milk when you first born, right? And your mom takes you off the breast, and you get cow's milk, you blah. Baby's always throwing up that milk. It ain't supposed to be in you.
Right, I'm telling you, our people in the lower state because they forsake the law.
It's just like
the laws were not given to the whole entire earth.
Let me ask you this:
the laws were given to the children of Israel, and like you'd rather wing it based upon what feels right. Right? Because you're talking about feelings which are subjective from person to person.
No, I'm talking about.
There's no solidarity in that. So this is what I'm saying. As far as the Lord's people, we have a constitution.
I'm not talking about feelings all the way.
No, but you're saying it's within you. So one person might say, "All right, I can eat this catfish," and one person say, "No, I don't eat it. It give me a stomach."
But you're talking about
one person. No,
I'm talking about morals. Like
but I'm saying
like if you take something from somebody,
within our moral,
feel some way.
within our moral code or dietary law, there are unclean and clean foods for us to eat. So within our moral code, within our principles, standards, values, within our Constitution, it even covers what we are and what we're not supposed to eat.
I agree.
Which is subjective. So that's what is lawful. Hey, bro, you're not supposed to be eating that. That gravy got pork in it. Right. They can easily give you some. So that's what I'm saying. We have laws.
Well, what happens if you eat that gravy? Your body gonna reject it. It's like you ain't supposed to be doing it.
Most people's body don't reject it.
That's because they've been used to it. They got subject to it, like you said.
But the reason why
you've been conditioned into a certain place,
but more
way of thinking.
But more so than your body rejecting it, it's unclean. It had trichina worms in it.
Right.
Right. It's an unclean meat. We're a holy people. What makes us holy is to observe these laws, statutes, commandments. That word holy means set apart.
But the law, statutes, and commandments in your DNA, bro. They in your heart. They encoded who you are as a being.
We have ceremonial laws that we're supposed to observe on certain days.
That's exterior.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is within the law, so it's not in our DNA. Right. It has to be taught.
But even that's our DNA. When you talk about laws and statutes, you're talking about going and doing things on certain days and certain positive movements. That's all a part of us too. That's your DNA as well.
Right.
See what I mean?
Civil,
like you recognize the birthday.
Right. Civil laws. How we're supposed to give in secret. Right? That's not in your DNA. Some people, they get pleasure.
Of course it is.
They get vainglory out of giving in public. When our laws, we're not supposed to give in public.
But how many things that you do?
No, but I'm
don't
giving you.
Tell nobody.
But see, what you're trying to do is justify wickedness.
No,
what I'm telling you is.
But justified wickedness is a part of the system. You got to accept the dark and the light.
All right, so
because the wicked is made by the Most High too.
All right, so, exactly.
Exactly. And they got a purpose.
All right, exactly. That's so true.
And if their purpose is to be wicked and to have this mentality or this type of personality on the planet, then we have to accept that and say, you know what?
And just like
this
you said,
who they are. This is what they're supposed to do.
But just like you, the Most High rejects. Just like I fear God and I fear these laws.
I don't fear God.
All right, then that's why He rejects. Just like you're a wicked person that He rejected.
Like
you said, He created the wicked, and those are rejected.
What do you fear?
You have people that are chosen, and they're chosen. They said, my sheep shall hear my voice.
Why should you fear God?
Fear is synonymous with respect and love.
No, fear and respect is two totally different
things. If you tell your child, to go outside, right? You don't need. You shouldn't have to follow up. I'm gonna whoop your ass. But some parents say, if you go out, I'm gonna whoop that ass.
That's fear.
All right, but fear and respect is synonymous.
No, they not.
We dealing with a God that smashes people in traffic.
Okay. Can I use that same scenario?
Look, I'm saying we dealing with a God that flooded the whole earth except for 8 people. He's not all loving. He's a terrible and demon-like power.
They went out and found people.
No, he's a terrible and demon-like power. This is why he's to be feared. Life and death comes from him.
That's not fear.
Would you fear a power that could take the spirit out of your body?
No, why? If that spirit put it in me, if that same entity put it in me, why would I fear that which I'm supposed to love?
Hey, well, if you don't fear the Lord, that's because He's rejected you. You're not of His.
That's not rejection.
Your children are going to obey your word and your voice.
Look, it's like this.
And that rebellious child,
child
going to get what?
No.
Sent to reformatory school?
Listen,
that rebellious child is going to be given what?
No. Listen, if you fear something, you will not approach anything that you fear. If there's a dog barking and you're afraid of the dog, you're not going to approach that dog. If that dog is barking and you fear
it. Hey, He's great and he's great in judgment and He's great in mercy.
That little child that you had to threaten, put fear in them, fear is not of God.
Hey, this is Proverbs.
Fear is not of God.
I'm going to bring this out. This Proverbs.
Thou shalt not fear.
Hey, but you're speaking.
It said, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? What? I will fear no evil.
But you're going to fear nothing. Don't fear evil, but fear God. Right?
God is all things,
fear is a condition of being in the flesh. You just have to reappropriate your fear, right? You're not supposed to fear anything. You got that right. But what you fear and who you fear, right? Well,
there's no who.
Hey, I'm gonna cut you real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and hate instruction. The fear of the Lord, as it says in Proverbs 1 and 7, is the beginning of knowledge. Our God is a God of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? This is the first step into taking a step towards the Most High, fearing Him by doing what? Obeying His word.
His word is in the heart.
His word, no. It said, what does the Bible say about the heart?
The heart can be deceptive.
Oh, Jeremiah 17 and 9.
But what do you find?
Now, hold on. Now you all over the place. You're being double-minded.
No,
The book of James talks about being double-minded.
Everything is duality.
Look, Jeremiah 17 and 9 reads, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Hey, this Proverbs 3 and 5 says what? Trust in the Lord with all thy what? Heart. And lean not on your own understanding. On your own understanding. That's what you're doing.
But what do you get? You
No,
get your
but
own
I'm telling
understanding
you,
out of that.
I'm saying lean on the laws. He's saying lean on cosmic DNA and your
Yes,
genetic
your laws
code.
is right here. This is the law. I'm the law.
No.
I'm a law.
No,
I'm the law.
you're a rebellious Israelite.
Arm, leg, arm, head.
No, brother.
Because there are no Israelites.
See,
The 12 tribes
now you
is
scoffing.
the zodiac.
Now you scoffing.
You got 12 tribes, you got 12 zodiacs in the sky, you got 12 disciples, you got 12 inches in the roof. It's all the same, bro.
Hey,
it's all relative.
I've heard that science and that mathematics.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's all pseudoscience.
No,
brother.
it's not pseudo.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's outside the wheel.
Gemini in that Bible. Gemini in that Bible is beginning.
Right.
You start with Gemini, you got the duality of Cain and Abel.
Second
you got two trees in the garden, right? You got a tree of knowledge, a tree of life, okay? You got two trees. Noah put everything on the bus. He put everything on the ark 2 by 2.
He put on the bus.
That's the energy of Gemini. The ark is the body.
Duality, as you said.
The male and the female. You know what I'm saying? You got the concept of night and day, the sun and the moon. It's the whole principle of Gemini. That's in the Bible.
Yep.
Then you have
Proverbs 11 says a false balance is an abomination. That's what we understand. You're not.
So that's what I'm
You're
telling
not saying
you.
that. Look, you have to understand.
Then you could go to
Hey,
you could go to Aries.
Look, understand.
What is Aries?
Look,
Aries is the ram.
You're
right?
not saying nothing I ever.
That's Abraham.
This is a Muslim enclave. So everything you're saying.
This ain't Muslim.
No, the west end of Atlanta. This is a Muslim stronghold. This is what I'm telling you. I've been coming
I'm
here for
not
years.
Muslim.
But that's the rhetoric
I'm a
you're
5%er.
speaking.
I teach what I know.
Okay.
What I understand.
All right. Well, as far as Noble Drew Ali, the
Right.
5%ers, right? As far as their science, as far as the New Wapians, as far as Malachi Z. York, he grabbed a little bit from y'all.
Like he did Israelites,
Right?
everybody.
Right. What I'm saying is,
It's all of y'all.
if it's outside of the tenets of the Bible, it's gonna come to naught. Right? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 6, and it reads.
Because the Bible is not the y'all still on that the Bible is the only book that somebody could have, or that other beings wasn't inspired by God to write information and give us information. The Bible is not the end all. It's gonna be rewritten.
Hey, well, this is a purified book.
And plus, we out of Pisces right now, bro.
Well, so what are you saying?
Pisces
I heard
done.
this. So what are you saying? I heard Kanye say this. So the Bible is irrelevant.
Yes.
When we get this
It's
in our
old news
captivity.
right now.
He said the Bible is old news.
Yes.
So our
That's the old news.
people should forsake the law and follow what?
There is no law. The law is you. You the law.
So we should follow our own deceitful hearts.
But your heart does not deceitful if you in line in tune with the Most High.
What's the Most High's name? So
The Most High.
who's the Most High? What God do you serve?
I serve the God of source, the spirit of all things, bro.
So
Like
that's
everything, the breath that I'm breathing is God.
hey.
You God.
The fool has said in his heart there's no God. Hey, we're lowercase.
I'm not
G.
saying that there's
But
no
no,
God. I'm
but
saying
hey,
everything.
but we
is
said
God.
the Most High God, right? That's a
Which would
distinction.
be the all intelligence of all things that we exist in. We
All right,
exist
well,
within this
all right,
all.
well, I'm saying the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, he has a name, brother.
That might be true. But what purpose
That's
would
true
you
for
have
those
as a
that
universe
have
is
fear
what
of the
it
Lord and believe in him.
is, You know?
Because like I said, these conversations are frivolous.
No, they not.
And like I
They're very
said,
important.
and they're subjective to feelings. And we already said
These not feelings though.
the heart is deceitful above all things. And I'm going to bring this out in 1 Timothy 1 and 6 and Mark 7 and 21 because I'm going to let you know what comes out of the hearts of men. If you just leave it to a man to come up with his own moral code, everybody will be marching to the beat of their own drum.
No.
We won't do anything in solidarity.
Moral code right now.
The Bible
I
says,
give you a moral code. Your moral code would be the 7 principles of the Hermetic. The 7 Hermetic principles would be your code. That's all you need. This
Hermes.
right here is the same thing, bro. Like it's based on the 7 Hermetic.
Hey, I thought you were going to talk about my eye. You talking about Hermes. Hey, this is Amos chapter 3 and verse 3, and it reads, because this is what he's missing. Can two walk together except they be agreed? I asked the brother, I said, if you don't want our people to follow the Bible, what do you recommend they follow? And he really don't have nothing for them to follow. He said,
follow the 7 Hermetic principles. That's what you follow.
all right, give me the 7 Hermetic principles.
You want the 7 Hermetic
Give them to me.
You have.
Wait. Hey. If you can remember these, I'm gonna be
I'll
impressed.
give them to you.
Go ahead.
Mentalism, correspondence, rhythm, vibration, polarity, and gender.
So
what you call it.
So gender, that alone in this day and time, our people gonna say, hey,
no, gender is your male and female energy. Is your supreme male, your supreme and divine female. Everybody has it. You start out as a female when you.
Oh shit, he about to talk about the
Right?
Bartholin gland.
Oh, come on.
He about to start with the Bartholin gland bullshit. Come on,
That's
man.
not bull.
Hey, come on, man. We didn't heard this
That's not bull,
pseudoscience before,
That's
man.
not pseudoscience. Who holds the mitochondria, the male or the female?
Hey, the male has the X and the Y chromosome. Therefore, we decide the baby's gender as well as the baby's nationality.
An X and a Y.
The
The
ma-
Y is a deficient chromosome.
Hey,
The woman has both the X's, meaning the only reason why it's a Y because we missing a chromosome. They don't give us a uterus. They don't give us estrogen.
so we're degenerated women.
Yeah.
That's why we got nipples and all this, but we don't have mammary glands.
Exactly.
Come on, so it's already with
You
this,
got no memory gland,
man,
but you supposed to work
this
out and
science-
chest square, not round.
this science has been destroyed, brother.
No, your chest is square. It's a square. It's not round. So you can pick up the bricks and build a house. To build a house so she can come and decorate the house.
Hey,
She decide what color the furniture gonna be and where the curtains gonna go.
hey,
But you put the wall up.
hey, it sounds good,
It
but
is good.
can
That's
two walk
reality.
together and say they be agreed? You got to have a code, a constitution. This is what the Bible provides for the elect of the children of Israel in our captivity. We don't come out for the community because the Most High rejects a lot of y'all. Y'all think you're rejecting him when really he giving you that spirit of pride.
Who is he?
Hey, the Most High God of
Why does
Abraham,
the Most
Isaac,
High
and
have to
Jacob.
be a male?
Huh? Say again?
Why does the Most High have to be in a male form?
Because it says that in the Bible. I'm going to bring it out.
No, because that's, to me, that's old, right?
Hey, Exodus 20:2, he said God is a woman. Ariana Grande. Woo! Hey, you coming with all the
Because what do
pseudoscience
we be
talk.
born out of? You born out of a woman,
Exodus,
right?
hey,
What do you seek to get back into? A woman.
is it Exodus?
Where's the true heaven? Where's the true garden?
Oh, stop it, man. Hey,
What's
this
the true
is,
garden?
he said God is a woman. Exodus 15
The
and 3.
combination of man and woman is God.
Now God is a man. Exodus 15 and 3 reads, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So if the people that believe in the Bible, we understand this is a masculine
Man of
document,
war.
a patriarchal document. Yeah,
God is a man of war.
yeah, and we are war-class people as well. We as battle axe and his weapons of war, as pursuant to Jeremiah 51 and 20. Right? Let me bring that out
That
real
would be a
quick.
contradiction.
What you mean?
You at war, where's the love?
Hey, the Bible says it's a time for love and a time for hate, a time for peace and a time for war. You were talking about duality, right? Balance,
Okay.
right? Okay.
So God,
so you
not
cut
a God of
yourself.
war then.
No,
It can't be the end
he's-
all, the end
he's
all.
a God
to
of
say
peace.
God is a God of war. God is a God of everything.
He's a God of peace and a God of war.
Right.
It says, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and 20, and it reads, thou art my battle axe and weapons of what? War. For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. This is a future prophecy of the Lord's people being endowed with the spirit to execute the judgment written and getting down on these nations round about. We're the Most High's sharp threshing instrument having teeth. We're his, not her, battle axe and his weapons of war. Right? Yahweh is his name. And hey, let me bring this out because he keeps contradicting himself. You said duality, Gemini,
Yes, yeah, of
but
course.
then you
All
said
of
God,
that.
so God is all love?
Yeah.
No.
It's love and but look.
All right, I'm gonna
you
bring
got
this
love,
out.
But love is expressed in different ways. Bro.
Let me bring this out in Psalm 68 and 20. Because hey, God is merciful, but God is a
Just
God
like
of
you
wrath.
love your child, you still gonna discipline them.
Yeah.
Just because you discipline them in a way
They say
that,
this-
don't- that means you love them.
And
enough
11
to
and
tell them
11
not to
parents
walk
say this gonna
across
hurt
the
me more, this gonna hurt you.
street. Right.
But you know, discipline, it said
So
open,
that's not a love, right?
the Bible says open
If I
rebuke.
hate you, I ain't gonna care nothing about you. I'm gonna let you go on and do whatever it is.
The Bible says hate the evil and love the good. There are certain things you're supposed to hate. That's why God gave you those attributes and those characteristics in your character and your personality. You're not
I
supposed to love
totally
everything.
agree.
Okay.